Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. I am back. I am back in town. Bravo was going through over the weekend, and I was on the road just looking at, oh damn, what? And I'm just like, if you didn't know, I'm gonna do a story time. I'm gonna do a separate story time. I took my son to the Kendrick Lamar concert over the weekend. We were in Chicago. It was his birthday present. Even though his birthday is in May, the concert was in June. And so I was just having a good time at the concert, driving to and from Chicago, and Bravo is just blowing up. Just and I'm so excited to talk about it. If I could, I would have went live on the road, but I was driving. And I'm one of those YouTubers. I do my car time 2 cents, but I'm parked. I haven't mastered the driving and going live at the same time. I'm probably not going to do that because I need to pay attention to the road. I already can't see. So I don't need to be trying to go live and talking. So I'm happy you all waited till I got back. I know I'm not about to tell y'all nothing new, but I am going to give my 2 cents on everything that's going on in Bravo world. So look out later for a story time for the Kendrick Lamar SZA concert. I will say right now, it was a 10 out of 10. It was a 10 out of 10 because I was with my son. We were spending time together. But overall, for all the concerts that I've been to, it's probably a 9 out of 10. It probably was a 9 out of 10. I don't think I'm a big SZA fan like I thought I was because I ain't know half the songs. But anyway, let's just jump right into it. I know I'm behind on Love Island. Love Island is one of them shows that come on every day of the week. And I got about 3 episodes to catch up on, so I'll probably catch up on Love Island tomorrow. But we're going to be talking about it because I heard Love Island has been a mess. They done kicked old girl out the villa. Good. I ain't mad at it. But anyway, we're here to talk about Bravo. Let's jump into the first one. The reunion was filmed this past week, and the seating chart was extremely disrespectful to me. And that's the first thing we're going to talk about. Then we're going to jump into everything else. I can't wait to see what the theme was, what color they're going to have the ladies wear. I feel like RHOP does it right when they're in darker colors like black, a nice navy blue. When they start making the ladies wear pinks and oranges and yellows, it'd be too much for me. But I can't wait to see what the girls come up with this season with the outfits. Roa, I'm a little bit hoarse, y'all. The concert was outdoors. It was at Soldier Field. If you know anything about Chicago, Soldier Field is the football stadium, and it's outdoors. And yes, I am from up north. I grew up an hour outside of Chicago. I should have remembered that damn lake. Ooh, it was cold as hell, and I got all kind of sinuses going on from that lake. And I done broke a nail. I'm about to glue it on real quick. But anyway, so if I'm a little bit hoarse, that's why. But the reunion seating chart came out, and we're always, want to know about who's going to be sitting next to Andy. We all think the person sitting next to Andy is the one who had the most going on for the season. And I think we need to just remove that from our minds. The person sitting next to Andy never has the most going on because look at Potomac. Giselle is always sitting her ass next to Andy, and she don't do nothing but start mess. So I think the people who sit next to Andy are what Bravo considers the stars of the show, the people that probably got paid the most money, which is Portia and Shamia. Now, Portia, I get it. Because if Kenya didn't do what Kenya did, it would have been Portia and Kenya sitting next to Andy. I'm 100% sure that would have been the case. Portia is the longest sitting housewife there. I know Phaedra is there, but Phaedra Phaedra shouldn't even be on this picture. Phaedra should be coming out the back when it's time to talk about Grenada, and that's it, because she wasn't there. But you know, I don't work over there at the Bravo. They do what they want to do. But anyway, Portia and Shamia being first chair, I guess. I mean, I'm the first chair I'm not going to be mad at. If we're looking at who Bravo thinks are the stars of the show, the longest lasting housewives, the people that people tuned in to see. Okay, Portia and Shamia, because I did tune in to see Portia, but Portia ain't give me nothing to watch. I did want to see how Shamia was going to do as a housewife. Shamia could have stayed a friend, but you know what? I ain't no executive over there at the Bravo. Now, where the disrespect comes in is everywhere else on this seating chart. Everywhere else. Why is Phaedra in that bleach blonde wig sitting right next to Portia? I know that's freaking Frack, but Frack is whack. And Frack did not show up until it was time to go out of town for the second time. Frack should have been sitting in the back waiting for the Grenada trip to be talked about, and then she sashay her ass on out there. Phaedra usually does look good at the reunion, so I can't wait to see what Phaedra has on as well. But Phaedra, what you had on at the Watch What Happened Live? Do you not have a mirror at your house? Do you have one of those body dysmorphia things where you think you 5 shades lighter than what you is because you had on a bodysuit that was supposed to be flesh tone, but the bodysuit was flesh tone for a white woman. And so I didn't know what you had going on, Phaedra, but it's something going on because your makeup always looked two shades too light. And I ain't gonna say nothing about the bleach blonde wig because they all the a black girl love a good bleach blonde. What they call it, a 613. I ain't had a 613, but I do love a couple of blonde highlights every now and again as well. So I ain't gonna say nothing about the blonde wig. But Phaedra should not be on the chart at all. Phaedra everybody should be scooting down so Phaedra can have a seat at the back, number 4. And then next season, if y'all want Phaedra to be a housewife and she's there for the whole season, okay, she can be second chair, but I don't think that Drew Sidora, whose name has been in everyone's mouth, as Kelly has said, and hold on. Let me apologize. Let me apologize real quick. I know y'all like, where are the Real Housewives of Atlanta views? The past 2 episodes of Real Housewives of Atlanta has worked my everlasting last nerve. And I do my car time, 2-minute reviews, and I load them on TikTok and I load them on my YouTube shorts. That's all I have to say about the episodes because they are so boring. So that's why the reviews are late. That's why y'all ain't seen no review. I'm trying not to drop the show altogether. I'm doing a little shorts. I can give it 2 minutes, but I just don't have 30 minutes to an hour to go live for Real Housewives of Atlanta. But back to the seating chart. As Kelly said, everybody at the table had a problem with Drew except for Cynthia, which means everyone at the table has had Drew's name in their mouth all season. We know Portia fabricated this lie that she ain't know nothing about Drew and Dennis. Then it turned into, oh, but she filmed with Dennis. Then it turned into, oh, she was screwing Dennis for beats. Then it turned into, oh, you gonna let me say you screwed Dennis for beats so we could really hide that you're screwing Black. I'm like, Portia has used Drew's name all season to create an issue where her real issue is with her best friend, and she just walked away from that. She said, "Oh, let's get our food to go. We ain't about to talk about this." When Portia and Shamia could have gave us something really real and really worked out the issues of their friendship on camera, because y'all getting paid to be real. That's what y'all getting paid for, not for this fake shit with Drew. Y'all got me cursing. It ain't the 10-minute mark yet. We almost at it. Hey, Janae. That's my cousin name. But everyone has been talking about Drew. For whatever reason, I mean, Drew did call Shamia a lapdog, but Shamia, like Drew said, you was barking. And you was hollering. Now, I ain't call you a lapdog. I said doormat because Portia walks all over you. But some people like to be walked over. Some people are the submissive in the friendship. some people in a friendship, one person has the huge personality and the other doesn't. But I think Portia just, I can't explain the dynamics of their friendship, but to me, I've been in a friendship like that, and it took me a long time to see the error of my ways. But I was in my 20s. I was in my 20s. You ladies are in your 40s and you still begging this lady to be your friend after she's disrespected you over and over and over and over and over again every season. Excuse my voice, y'all. Excuse that beeping in the background. This ain't really, this is my temporary house. I ain't at home. But anyway, Angela doesn't have an issue with Drew, but Angela and Drew were best friends. So Drew had storyline with Angela. Kelly, who was also going through a divorce, didn't give us much. All we heard about was Waffles and the man that stole $500,000. Like, what did Kelly give? But this ugly ass decorated dog in awful fashions. I don't know why people think Kelly looks good. I think Kelly looks like an expensive stripper. Like, I think Kelly looks like the strippers that make 20, 30K a night and she can afford the luxury stuff, but it still look hoish. And I don't understand why she wants to look like that because she's a beautiful lady. But that's her business. People talk about how I dress, so I don't care. It don't matter. It don't matter. But anyway, I don't agree with the seating chart in Angie's executive office. If I had an executive office down there to the Bravo, this is how I would have laid out the seating chart. I know we ain't talked about Brit. We about to get to Brit in 2 seconds. Where is my water? It's all the way over there. I'm gonna have to go grab my water because I feel like the congestion is coming back because I'm about to be shady. And you know how I get when I get to be shady. I get to coughing and stuff. In Angie's executive office, I would have made Portia first chair. I would have made Portia first chair, yes. I would have sat Shamia, her fake ass best friend, next to Portia. Then it would have been Cynthia. And like I said, Phaedra would have been coming out the back. On the other side, I would have had Drew first chair. Because you know, when Portia and Drew get to yapping, they're going to be right there next to it. Now Portia and Drew got to holler at each other from across the stage. Don't nobody want to hear them holler from across the stage. Drew and Portia should have been right there yapping in Andy's ear. In Andy's ear. Like how Giselle and Karen be yapping in Andy's ear. That should have been Portia and Drew. After Drew, I would have had Angela. No, I would have had Angela. Then I would have had Cynthia. I would swap Cynthia for Kelly. Kelly can sit over there next to Shamia since that's her best friend. That would have been my seating arrangement. But hey, like I said, I ain't in the executive board. Are we reading the writings on the wall for Drew? Are we all in agreement that the disrespect of Drew sitting fourth? I mean, Cynthia is even sitting third. Y'all couldn't have put Drew next to Phaedra and let the friend be at fourth? I mean, damn. I guess we're reading the writings on the wall that this is going to be Drew's last season. If it was up to me, I would give Drew another season. I mean, Drew lied, but hell, name somebody on this picture that don't. Name somebody on this picture that don't. I mean, maybe Cynthia. Cynthia probably don't lie, but she's a friend. I haven't found Kelly to be a liar, but hell, Kelly is the lap dog to the lap dog. How does the lap dog have a lap dog? I ain't never seen that. It's like, I have seen it. It's like when your dog gets it's like when your dog get a little bit older. So you buy the puppy, and so the puppy, you know, runs and play with it to keep your older dog vigorous and up to life and playful. So that's what Kelly gives me for Shamia. Like, and then Shamia, I think, is finally happy to have a lap dog of her own because she used to be a Portia's lap dog. Put all the dogs on one side and everybody else on the other. But I definitely would give Drew another season. We're going to get to it at the end. Let's get to it at the end. I don't know what's going to happen with this cast come season 17, but let's get to the Brit Edie of it all. Whew. As you can see, ain't no picture of Brit Edie up here. Brit was a no-show for the reunion. That was the first thing I saw on the car ride, and all the YouTubers was talking about it, and I was like, damn, I got some shit to say. Now, let me give you my first opinion before the rest of the tea dropped and my opinion changed a little bit. My first opinion was, we haven't seen the last few episodes, but Brit has lied this entire season. Outside of that situation, what they call that episode 5. Outside of episode 5, Brit has lied this entire season. I don't believe anything this lady has said. She probably didn't want to answer to why you only brought 2 rolls of toilet paper and 3 things of Kleenex to give to the people in Grenada. She probably doesn't want to answer to the luncheon with no lunch. How dreadful. She doesn't want to even answer to how you had a luncheon with no lunch and didn't even pay for it. Pause. Pause a second. This is where I should have did a review, because this is the only thing I cared about. I done changed the picture. Go take your ass back. I wasn't ready to talk about Kenya yet. Pause for a second. I've had plenty of parties where I had to rent event halls, event spaces, decorators, caterers, and all of this. I ain't never had an event, and mind you, I might not be in the Brit Edie tax bracket where they might trust you a little bit. I've never had an event that can take place and they serve food, they decorate, they let you come in and sit down, and it's not paid for 100% upfront. You usually have to pay 50% deposit, and usually a week or 2 before the event even takes place, it has to be paid in full. And damn sure on the day of the event, if there is a balance outstanding, you better have your credit card ready to swipe immediately before they even let any of your vendors in. So I don't understand. Maybe somebody in the comments or the comment section can explain that might be in this upper echelon of a tax bracket. Do they let y'all just hold parties and you pay for them later? Because how did she even, maybe she said, oh, when I get my Bravo check, I'll pay you. Like, I don't understand how they even let her have a party without payment. That seemed like a rich people problem to me. I don't know. But anyway, it seems like Brit had a lot to account for. And it seems like Shamia said earlier in an interview that she said something about her daughter, who we all know has medical conditions going on. It seems like Brit just didn't want to sit in that hot seat, and so she didn't show up. That was my first opinion. I now believe otherwise. I now totally believe something different, but we gonna get to that. We gonna slow take this the way I saw it show up on social media as I was sitting in the car driving to Chicago. But anyway, that's it. Brit was a no-show. I said, oh, she didn't want to take no accountability, whatever. Now, let's get into what popped up on social media next. Kenya is apologizing and begging for her job back. Because why, on the day that the reunion is being shot, are you apologizing when all season, as episode after episode after episode has been played, you've never taken accountability? You've never felt sorry, and you damn sure ain't never felt sorry to Brit. And I ain't mad at that. If you ain't sorry, don't be sorry. But don't come around here begging and pleading, I'm deeply apologize for my actions. I apologize to Brit, the cast, the crew, everybody. I'm so sorry. And I'll see y'all on Bravo soon. Don't worry, girl. Brit pulled that Uno reverse. I think as soon as Kenya apologized, Brit dropped that Uno reverse. Kenya, if you were, to me, if you were really sorry, you would apologize 6 months ago. When that episode aired, you would have been apologizing. You saw all those people at the event get up and walk out and be like, girl, when your best friend Cynthia said you above this, girl, what you doing? You should have been apologizing, but you were so set on having revenge that you couldn't even see that what you were doing. And I don't think you feel sorry. I just think you need your job back, because ain't nobody sitting up in that expensive ass hair salon getting them high ass massaging shampoo washers, girl. They got the massages that you put on your head and it'll scrunch around, and you can give yourself a scalp massage at home. We ain't gotta go over there and give you $250 for it. You done spent up all your damn child's college tuition. You better hope Mark know how to make some beats. Cause see, Dennis done made some beats where let Drew tell it. Pilar's college fund is getting paid for, so I hope Mark know how to make some beats too, so you can get a little bit of college fund out of that. Cause he damn sure ain't cooking in them restaurants. But anyway, good luck, Kenya. But see, as soon as did I put the slide up next? Yeah. As soon as Kenya apologized, Britt said, bitch, you ain't getting no job back. Bravo, I'm suing your ass for $20 million. And let me tell you, I did not read the lawsuit, but I did read the notes that TMZ put up. And I think she has a valid case. And I'm not about to read the TMZ article. All of y'all know I'm sure y'all done heard all the YouTubers talk about it because I'm about 3 days late. But Britt said, number one, Britt said that picture wasn't even her. Let's pause it there. Britt released a statement that said that picture was not even me. Who was that hoe in the picture? Was it AI? Was it a Photoshop? Because everybody at the party said that was Britt with the fellatio going on in the picture. I'm trying to figure out how to say it on the YouTube. Everybody said it looked like Britt. I'm like, was it just a penis and lips? It couldn't have just been a penis and lips, because Drew said she recognized it. Unless the penis, I'm trying to think. Because, I had my fun before I got married. I'm trying to think, can I see a penis from my past and point it out? And be like, that's so-and-so penis. I don't think I can. I don't think I can. Let me think. I don't think somebody could show me a picture of a penis from the past and I'd be like, oh, that's so-and-so penis. I don't know. I want to be like, somebody tested. Let me see. Angie, stop. Okay. So anyway, I'm assuming it must have been a Photoshop situation, because everyone thought it was Britt, and that's the only part of the lawsuit that seems weird to me, because I halfway want to see the picture. Not because I'm interested in seeing Britt do the fellatio. I just want to see what the picture was, and how can you tell if it was Britt or not? Like, I kind of want to just see what was shown, so I can be like, well, that don't look like Britt, or that do look like Britt. I mean, Britt do got a new face. Maybe Britt was like, since that was my old face, it don't count. I don't know. Angie, stop. I don't know. But I'm just curious how everyone thought it was Britt. Kenya saw it and thought it was Britt. She put it up there thinking she was embarrassing Britt, and Britt saw it and was like, oh, that wasn't me. It's giving, I'm thinking that Britt might have some kind of birthmark or a tattoo or something, and in the picture it's her face, but the birthmark is missing or the tattoo is missing. So she's like, oh, that ain't even me. I don't know who that is, but it ain't me. Because I feel like, I don't know. I kind of just want to see the picture so I could kind of see what's going on and why everybody thought that was Britt and it's not. And then back to the investigation of it all. Bravo, you said you did multiple investigations. I don't understand how you investigate something, but you never show the victim the picture that you're investigating. Y'all could have squashed this over a year ago. But anyway, let's get into the lawsuit. The lawsuit says, one, it wasn't me. Two, did she say sexual harassment? Defamation, because they put up a picture of her on national television, on the Peacock streaming everywhere. Even though they didn't show the picture, they insinuated that that was Britt giving fellatio in a photo. The crowd went crazy. Everybody was storming out. And I will say that's defamation because that wasn't her. Two, she was harassed because that's how Angela started talking about the stretch marks around her mouth, because everybody thought that Britt was a penis, fellatioer. I'm trying to keep my words right for the YouTube. So yeah, everybody started making fun of her, calling her whores. Here comes Drew talking about, girl, you sold the cat. You know all of that, all of her business. So now the whole season, she's a whore. Now, she may still be a whore. She may still be a whore. But I got a question. I am not a lawyer. If it ain't a debit nor a credit, it's not my field. I work with the numbers. Britt Eady will not see the pearly gates, right? Like, to me, Britt ain't no victim, but Britt ain't no fool either. Britt said, "Oh, Kenya gonna do this to me. I'm gonna play the long con. I'm gonna play the long game. I'm gonna sit here and be the villain all season. And then once this shit is over, after Bravo airs it, I'm gonna sue their ass for $20 million because that ain't even me. That ain't even me." And she said, you because they aired it, I think that work environment would have been hostile either way. Because Britt, you got to take accountability for your actions. You came to the job talking about pow-pows, whips, chains, what they call these things, handcuffs. You were the one threatening violence. You were the one making the work environment hostile first. And I think the ladies didn't appreciate that. But they let that slide. So I feel like the ladies probably wasn't rocking with you after that anyway. And it seemed like, I don't think Kenya was your downfall. I think your mouth and your attitude was your own downfall because you was reckless at the mouth. But either way, Kenya, if you would have just let Britt destroy herself and not ever do this picture, we wouldn't be here. But we ain't got no time machine. We ain't money long. We ain't got no time machine. So it is what it is. Now, my question is, before Kenya even showed the picture, Britt was on the TV talking about how she was a teenager in high school working for men's magazines, showing her ass bent over. You remember them men's magazines back in the day? They were very pornographic with thongs and bras. And teenagers should not. I mean, anybody under 18 still in the high school should not have been posing in those kind of magazines. So Britt kind of already put her whorish side out there before Kenya even showed the picture. Britt was bragging. I think it was afterwards. And I'm not going to say bragging, but she admitted to doing webcam and she admitted to being on video, doing fellatio for her man back in the day. And like I said, I ain't shaming nobody for that because I like to do a little video myself every, once in a while, but we look at it and delete because, we old. Me and my husband are older. We Gen X and we might accidentally upload some shit. Let me stop telling my business. But I'm just saying, people doing things on camera I'm not going to judge nobody for that. That's their business. I don't even judge the people for OnlyFans because let me tell you, the way this economy is set up, if my abs were flat and my waist was cinched in, I might put a couple of things, but you know that's a if, because it ain't true. My stomach ain't flat, so I ain't doing it. Anyway. Move on, Angie. But I'm just curious, kind of like you said, AM, can she play victim when she kind of put some of her whorish ways out there? Like Angela might have still would have said you had stretch marks around your mouth just because of the stuff you said before the picture. You know? I ain't no lawyer, but I feel like Britt does have a case, because at the end of the day, Bravo, you're an idiot. Bravo, if y'all go back to my early videos when this shit was first going on, I said I would not have shown it. I would have fired Kenya if that's what you wanted to do, and I would have axed that episode. I would have never shown the episode of Kenya doing that. That would have been some shit that just went through the damn social media, through the blogs, whatever. That way, Britt can sue them blogs. Britt can sue Kenya directly for what she did. But because Bravo chose to air it on a streaming platform and all across national television, now Britt is like, you subjected me to sexual harassment and all this other legal stuff she talking about because you aired the episode. And Britt wants $20 million, and she wants the episode taken down forever. Now, Bravo, if you were smart, I wouldn't drag this out, because it's very clear Britt ain't coming back. You don't want Britt back. Kenya, Britt just ruined any possibility of you coming back. It ain't no way, because Bravo gonna have to slide this lady at least $2 to $4 million. At least 2 to 4 to make it go away, because I wouldn't drag this through court. Because now, mind you, this just an accountant speaking. I learned about tax law, but I don't know shit about this. Let me say, just from my interpretation of what I think the law is, I think she does have a valid point in a case, because Bravo aired it. And it don't matter if you blurred it. Y'all insinuated that I was on the television doing fellatio in pictures. But can it be defamation if she admitted to doing fellatio in pictures? But then Britt could say I would have never admitted to it if Kenya never would have put up the picture. I don't know. I'm going to have to watch some of the YouTubers that are lawyers. Erica. Exactly. Erica is a lawyer. I'm going to have to hit up Erica and ask her 2 cents. I'm going to get in a group chat and ask her. I'm going to see if Kamisha want to do a panel to talk about it with Erica, because Erica is the lawyer on the Kamisha Reviews crew. That's who I'm going to ask. Sheena over on Twitter as well. Y'all know Sheena as Betty. She's a lawyer too. I might hit her a DM and ask her. We'll see. That'll be to be announced. But it's probably some other legal YouTubers that's probably already addressed it, and I might just watch some of their videos and figure it out for myself. But anyway, Britt didn't show up to that reunion because she said, I ain't got to show up to this reunion for this little $10,000, $20,000 check when I'm about to hit up Bravo for $20 million. And you know, you over asked. She asked for 20, but she probably gonna get 2 to 5. And if I was Bravo, I would just settle this. I would give her $4 million, tell her to go ahead and pay off the country club, and good luck. Invest well. And that's it. Because let me tell you, 2025, $4 million really ain't that much. Especially you walking around Balenciaga, everything. What happened next? So after all that went down, here Nene go. The longer you go without something, the more comfortable you are without that. And that goes for people too. Nene, because everyone is saying Nene will be back for season 17. Y'all know I am the biggest Lanithia Leaks fan. I love Lanithia. I hated that she left the show, but I understand one person doesn't make the show. But Nene put not just Atlanta on the map, Nene put Bravo on the map. I know them non-melanated ladies out in the OC, and I believe Beverly Hills. It was a couple of shows before Atlanta got up and popping, but Nene and the OGs of ATL put Bravo on the map. And if Nene was to come back, your girl is locked in. Are you locked in? Wait, I can't be singing songs, but I'm locked in. I'm watching. I'm reviewing. I'm. It's up and I'm stuck. I love Nene. Nene needs the right kind of cast. Like, you can't take this current cast and drop in Nene. I don't think Nene would get along with these girls. I think Nene could rock with Angela. Of course, Nene and Portia, Nene and Phaedra, Angela, Cynthia. Cynthia can stay a friend. Who's left? I guess ain't nobody left but Shamia and Kelly. I mean, I guess Nene could rock with Shamia and Kelly. I feel like if Nene came back, Nene needs at least one person to, I don't want to say fight with, but that's not going to kiss her ass. And that's just to be said. And that could be Angela. That could be Angela. Because Angela ain't kissed nobody ass this season. Drew and Nene, I don't think has Drew ever did a season with Nene? I don't think so. If Nene comes back, I can see Drew could go. We don't need Drew. I would demote Shamia back to a friend. Like, girl, you ain't bringing, I really don't want to see Phaedra, but see, I think Nene would get Phaedra and the Portia. Nene gonna make you work because Nene gonna be in your business. She gonna ask you all the questions that we want to ask. We don't Nene ain't scared of a damn Portia. Why the fuck you steal that lady husband? Why you call ICE on that man? Why you don't move out that man's house and get you your own? Girl, why you quit all these jobs for a man? Nene will ask the questions that we want to know. And Nene has that stature that you just ain't gonna cuss her out. Like, Portia ain't gonna run down Nene the way she ran down Kelly. Because if Nene gonna make you answer, she gonna keep asking you till you answer. And then when you don't answer, she ain't gonna let it go. Now she gonna give us something to watch because now it's an argument. She gonna bring Nene back. You can keep this whole cast. Drew, do we need Drew? I don't think Drew and I look, Angie, don't be fake. I wanted Drew to be gone last season. So yeah, go ahead and take Drew and Ralph and all that. Go ahead and get off my TV. And make Shamia a friend again. And go ahead and make Kelly one too, because I'm over it. But we'll see what happens. And then let's jump over to Potomac. That's the T for Atlanta. Whew. ATL got it popping over the weekend. They got it popping. I guess also over the weekend while I was watching Kendrick, old girl Jazzy was getting married. Isn't Jazzy off the show? I'm assuming the ladies just supported her at the wedding. This is Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm assuming the ladies just supported her at the wedding. I don't think Bravo cameras was there because where's everybody else? I mean, and the people that are there, I want to say, number one, let's just look at the picture. How the hell is everybody else dressed better than the damn bride? Except for Ashley and that god-awful wig. Like, Ashley, we know you got the forehead. I got a forehead too. And you know, I'm a lady of a certain age. My hair is thinning. You see my hairline is going back a little bit. But it is what it is. Keep living. I always wonder why old people not see, Andrew, you get choked up. Not old people, but older people would always say, just keep living. Because I'm telling you, just keep living. And the stuff you saw your parents go through, like my mom's hair started thinning, she started wearing wigs. My grandmother's hair started thinning, she started wearing wigs. The same thing has happened to me, and I'm just going to embrace it like they embrace it. And eventually I'm going to throw on a wig. It is what it is. But actually, I said that to say, I don't care how much forehead you have. We ain't putting our wigs right here above our eyebrows because it just changes the shape of your face because we know you got a big ass forehead. But other than that god awful wig, Ashley looks nice in her dress. Stacy looks nice. And Wendy gonna shut it down. Now, Wendy, why your vagina out at this lady wedding? Your slit higher than the bride's, but you know what? Show that leg off, Wendy, because you look good. Congratulations, Jazzy. You bagged you a football player. I just hope you don't run into that saying of you lose them how you get them. But that's your business. That's your business. I hope Angie shut up. Angie, shut up and go to the next picture. My girl is back. My girl is back. And we know she's back. We saw I saw Monique on Instagram at a GNA event. It seemed like GNA was doing something for Pride, and Monique was on the float with the Potomac girls, looking good. Looks body still snatched. Monique was looking good. She was actually standing next to Giselle. Look. I'm watching Real Housewives of Potomac because Monique is coming back. I was gonna watch the shit anyway because was I gonna watch it? I think I wasn't gonna watch it because Karen is my girl, and I read Karen, I dragged Karen, I put her in her place because 4 DUIs is just a mess. But she's in jail learning her lesson, so she's getting grace. She's getting grace. Now, girl, if you get a 5th, put her underneath the jail. But this ain't got shit to do with Karen. This is about Monique. They needed somebody because Giselle never puts her life on display. Giselle is on the show to poke and produce other people to cut up and cuss her ass out. I think Giselle one of the people that like to be cussed out. I think she gets pleasure from it because all she does is poke, 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 nag, 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 say slick ass shit, and then people want to cuss her out and whoop her ass. I can't stand that damn Giselle. So I damn sure wasn't watching for her. I don't give a damn about Ashley. No, not at all. Who else is even on the show? Wendy being friends with Giselle was a snooze last season. I think I was cussing Wendy out every episode last season. I don't like friendly Wendy and Giselle. It's certain things people can do to me, and I understand this is a job. And let me reset and think about my real life because it's some. I ain't gonna say no names, but it's everybody got some people on their job they can't stand. But you need your check. You need your check. So you're gonna sit up at work and do what you gotta do, be professional, and move on. I believe that's what Wendy is doing. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at it. Who else is even on the show? Stacy, I do like. I hope they ragtag Stacy one episode about paying TJ or whatever she was doing with TJ being her boyfriend. But Stacy, if I was you, just tell Giselle, well, who haven't you paid? And move on. One episode of that and we moving on. And then everybody be friends with Stacy again. I don't want it to be no bullshit about that bullshit. Who else is even on the show? Giselle, Stacy, Ashley, Wendy. I can't even think who else on the show, so it's got to be Monique because Karen is gone. Don't nobody want to see Sharice. Jazzy is gone. Oh, KK. Don't nobody want to see KK neither, but KK is single. If it's single KK, I would give single KK a chance, but I need Kiana to get a backbone. The way you stood up to the Sesame Street character, even though she did get you one good time in the forehead, but the way you whooped her ass is the way I need you to come at everybody else who come at you with some disrespect. Stop playing the background, KK. If you're going to be a housewife, be a housewife. But I'm happy to see Monique back with no Robin. I'm happy to see Monique back with no Candace, though I do enjoy Candace too. Like, I'm not a Candace hater. I would love to see Monique and Candace have a sit down. Monique, give this lady an apology because at the end of the day, whatever set the fight off, we ain't got to go back to the why. You whooped that lady ass to me when you should have been whooping Giselle's. And for that alone, you should apologize to Candace and say, we may should be the same, but let's be cordial and get this money together. Because at this point in time, Monique, I think you need the money more than Candace do. But you know, I'm gonna mind my business on that. Because I don't know how good your businesses are doing. You gotta be doing well. You ain't living shit, you still living better than me. Shit. But anyway, that's all. This is that all? Yeah, that's the last one. I'm excited to see Monique come back just because I love Monique. I also love the grandness of Monique. Like, I loved how Monique could walk around and be like, well, bitch, I got a husband and he got millions on top of millions. We ain't even got to do nothing. Money making money on top of money. I like grand Monique. I don't know if she could flash that I got 4 homes anymore. Did you get one or two of the homes in the divorce? I don't think she got nothing. I think you fucked around and got one of them Ashley divorces. How dreadful. How dreadful. Anyway, let me get off of here. It's been 45 minutes. I need to charge up my phone. I need to go sit down and watch Love Island. That's what I'm about to do. Who is this texting me? I'm about to sit down and watch Love Island because I know y'all want me to catch up on the Love Island reviews. So I'm about to sit down and get to watching Love Island. I am going to get with my legal friends because I do want to know, can someone defame you if you already admitted to whorish ways before they showed the picture? Because to me, as soon as you said you was bent over in the men's magazines in high school, I was like, I immediately said, that's where my mind went. And I don't like to call people hoes, but damn, you was in high school, Ben. Angie, shut up. Because I mean, a lot of us was in high school doing some things we shouldn't have been doing. But we wasn't doing it in the magazines. I'm so happy. I'm so happy I am a Gen X. And I did my stuff without these damn camera phones and shit like that. Oh, she does have some child support. Girl, with that child support, 50% spend, 50% save. And get your money up because them kids gonna turn 18 one day. That's all I'm saying. Spend half, save half. Angie, shut up before you get to saying shit you don't mean to say on this damn internet. Anyway, but that is going to be my legal question. I am going to reach out to Kamisha and see if we can do like a panel with our legal person, exactly Erica, and because I got some legal questions about this lawsuit. And if we do, I will let y'all know because it'll probably be on Kamisha's channel. But Kamisha real busy. I ain't even talked to Kamisha in a minute because when the hell is the damn Ready to Love come? How the hell did Ready to Love have a season that I was actually watching? I hadn't tuned it out yet. Ready to Love had a season that I was actually watching, and then they doing a mid-season break to the summer. It's giving me somebody on that cast did something, and we just never gonna see it again. Because I can't tell you nobody who was on it. I can't tell you nobody who was on it. Trying to think. They actually had some men that look good. Where is Ready to Love Part 2? Ain't shit else on the Oprah Winfrey Network. They ain't doing nothing out there in Huntsville. They ain't doing nothing out there in Jackson. Where is Part 2 of the Ready to Love? I was actually interested in that season and they turned it off. Let me get off of here because that's pissing me off. Let me go watch Love Island, something that is on the TV. Y'all follow me on Twitter, Kiss My Cheeks TV. I do tweet about the shows as I'm watching them. And follow me on TikTok, Kiss My Cheeks TV. You can follow me everywhere, Kiss My Cheeks TV. On TikTok, I do like 60-second, 90-second shorts. about the episodes until I have a chance to do the live, because I can do a short in my car and upload it and bam. But the others, it might take me a second to get around to the live, but I'm coming. I'm coming. Please like, share, subscribe. I can't wait for the summer to get popping. Right now we have Love Island, but Big Brother is coming. Right, where is the Bell Collective? Don't get me upset, Janae. Don't get me upset, because where are the shows? Where are the shows? But we got Big Brother coming up. We know we have the Challenge 41 coming sometime this summer. So the content is coming. It's just taking too long. We're just going to rock out with the Love Island people for now. Anyway, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will holler at y'all later. It's a lot coming up. If this episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta is entertaining, I might come with a full live. If not, you'll just see the short on the damn TikTok, because I ain't wasting my time if I'm not entertained. But I will catch up Love Island tomorrow as well. I'll holler at y'all. Y'all have a good one. Bye. Ooh, I need some water.